Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the desk of the Trek Collector. And this week, yes, it has been a while and I'm slightly behind, but this is the USS Aventine by those good guys at Eaglemoss. Now, this retails at £10.99, and in euro it's $16.99, and in the US it's $22.95. Now, the interesting thing about this ship is it's a non-canon ship, and yes, there was a petition started back a long time ago looking for the USS Titan. So Ben announced a while back that he would do the Titan plus the Aventine, and then, depending on those sales how they went, we could get the Enterprise F. Now, like I said, this is a non-canon ship, and it has featured in some of David Mack's novels. It has also featured on Star Trek Online, and it is a fan favourite. So, before we get into the model, let's have a look at the magazine. So, she is a Vesta class with a crew of 750. Her length is 672 meters, and she has a quantum slipstream drive. Now, that came about in Voyager, interesting enough. So we have the USS Aventine designing the ship, imagining the USS Aventine, and her type was a multi-mission explorer. She is a Vesta class, as we said, and her crew is 750. She has a warp top speed of 9.9999 plus. She has Type 12 phaser cannons, torpedo launchers, and her captain is Ezri Dax. Yes, that unsure, scared counselor from Deep Space Nine that got her confidence and her bit of mojo has managed to take command of a Vesta class starship, which is actually quite cool. Now, I haven't actually read any of these novels, but they do seem to have interesting storylines, which I might be tempted to go out and buy these books. But as we can see, a lovely illustration of the ship here itself. A little bit about Ezri. And Ezri becomes captain of the Aventine when her captain and commanding officers are both killed by a Borg attack, which is kind of cool. So the story involves Ezri being captain of the Aventine. Plus, we also have shenanigans with Captain Jean-Luc Picard and the crew of the Enterprise. So here's our center pull-out of the ship. As always, nice. And I have to say one thing, that Ben has done a great job filling this book with a lot of key facts, seeing so that the ship has not appeared in an episode, which is cool, and designing the Aventine. And this was designed by Mark Rademacher. And it is a lovely, lovely design. It is different. She has different colours. So we kind of nearly see some of the duck egg blue from the Enterprise D. We get to see some of that classic Enterprise E or Federation white, a little bit of darker colour, but there's reasons behind that, and that's because it's part of the ship's armament, which is kind of cool. So kind of taking back some of the technology from the era of Enterprise, some of the colours coming back from TNG, and some of the colours coming back from the likes of the later movies when the Enterprise goes back to a white colour. And we also see a little bit of Voyager technology, as in the primary deflector, which is fairly cool. So Rademacher had already designed a ship that used slipstream drive, the USS Spirit, and this would provide the base of the design of the Aventine, which is fairly cool. So we can see the kind of design concept of the ship being created, which I always love. And here we go here as well. This is the Aventine's armament, different layers, which is fairly cool. So very nicely done. So here's another lovely shot, and imagining the Aventine, and we have also a photograph of the USS Dauntless. Now, this is the ship that first appeared on Star Trek Voyager, and it had a quantum slipstream drive. Technically not Federation, it was done by one evil alien dude. Remember this guy that wanted to capture the crew of Voyager and take them back to the Borg Collective for them all to be assimilated. Interesting. So the ship's warp or quantum slipstream drive is based on this theory of the quantum slipstream drive that alien had. Fairly cool. Now, one of the cool things is this image has appeared in the Ships of the Line calendars, and the Adventures of the Aventine goes off and explores this wreck that was found in the Gamma Quadrant, which is fairly cool because it is the NX-02, the USS Columbia, which is the Columbia, which is fairly cool. So, you know, as I said, David Mack has kind of put together some interesting storylines. The books are kind of based at the time with the Aventine taking on the Borg, as I said, with Captain Picard. So I haven't read these books, but I'm getting sucked in here. So that covers the magazine. So let's have a look at the ship of the hour. So let's get close in on her and see how she fares up. So the first thing that strikes me on this ship is the absolute beautiful paint applications on this. So here is the primary deflector, or not the primary, but the deflector that's on the primary hull, which is very reminiscent of Voyager, because her hull does go up kind of like that of Voyager. It's very kind of like the Enterprise E there as well. So some nice kind of current design concepts from Star Trek, which is fairly cool. So hang on, I'm just going to try and let's just run the length here. I'll take this off as well so you can get a look at the impulse sections. Now my ship did come damaged, but lucky enough I was actually able to manage to pry off the nacelle and get it back on. So she's a little bit more straight. So I'm kind of very happy with that. So we'll go in and try and focus in on this detail here. Hang on. If we can. No, she doesn't want it. No. So we get the USS Aventine, and we even have more writing just in here. If I can zoom in so you guys can see. No, she won't focus, I'm afraid, but we do get to see excellent paint applications here. So we have the Aventine there, and we have a little approach to the main shuttle bay, and then underneath as well we have shuttle bay 2. And we'll have a look at the underside. So the top part's all mainly metal, and the bottom part is plastic. Again, excellent paint applications here. And she is one lovely ship. Now, as I said, due to the success of this, I can't see any reason why we're not going to get the Enterprise F. Again, another non-canon ship, but they have appeared in Star Trek Online. Cool story with the Enterprise F was that it was a competition for Star Trek Online, so it's kind of cool to let a fan go out and design that ship. So here she is anyway. Overall, I'm well impressed with this ship. This is a nice addition to the collection, and this is the beautiful thing about this collection. We do get unusual ships that we would never get the chance to get. So it's kind of cool that Eaglemoss has done this. But overall, this is fantastic. Now, one little disappointment is the deflector dish. Now, they managed to spend so much time getting this so right, and yet they've put on some tricky paint applications, but they missed the deflector. And if we look, that's what it should be. Now, they do have that part in there, but it's just been painted over blue, and we're missing the lines, which is unfortunate. But overall, this is a sweet little addition to the collection. So guys, I'm looking forward to reading your comments below, and please, if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. That's it from me this week. I have plenty more reviews coming up. I will start trying to cover other things than Eaglemoss. I do have some Hallmark Christmas decorations, and I also have a cool phaser that I want to show you, and also the Mirror Enterprise from TOS by Diamond Select. So take care guys, live long and prosper, and slán go fóill.